They don't call it the dog days of summer for nothing. But happy 4th of July, peeps. Hopefully you guys are safe and don't do anything too irresponsible. But I should say for myself, there will probably be a lot of explosives and a lot of alcohol tonight. So I'm going to have some fun. But the most important thing is you guys got to stay safe and know your limits. But all that good stuff. Just happy 4th of July to everybody. Good time to celebrate and kind of come together again. Not going to get too political here, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Got something a little bit different for you guys, so hopefully you guys can enjoy. But without further ado, let's hop right into it.
Are you ready?
So today's video is a little bit different. As I said earlier, it's just for fun. Okay, so I want to know your guys' opinions right away. So before you even finish watching the video, comment down below, out of the 4 major sports Detroit teams, the Tigers, the Red Wings, the Lions, and the Pistons, who has the brightest future? Okay, so comment that down below right now. I am going to rule out both the Tigers and the Red Wings because they are both in rebuilding stages of their, teams. I think the Tigers have the longest way to go. I am very curious to see what the Detroit Red Wings are going to do under Steve Yzerman. I have to see what they're going to do over time, though. Right now, I think it's really between the Detroit Pistons and the Detroit Lions. And that is why they are in the intro and the Wings and the Tigers aren't, unfortunately. Because they still have, I would say, I'm giving the Wings 5 years and they'll be good again. For the Tigers, it will probably be a little bit longer than that whenever Miguel Cabrera's contract is up and they decide to go a different direction. I'm not bashing Miggy. I love Miggy. Miggy is what got me into baseball. He is my idol. I wanted to be just like Miguel. So I don't think I'm bashing Miguel, but MLB contracts are stupid. I do not get the concept of paying someone $300 million on a 10-year contract. That is insane to me. I don't get it. But not bashing the players there. You got to get the bread. But the Detroit Lions and the Detroit Pistons both have really high ceilings this year and expectations. Obviously, the Pistons can't get much worse than the 8th seed without being a failure. My expectation for them right now, as of July 4th, before any other free agencies were signed except for D-Rose, is the 6th seed. And that is a realistic option for them. I think their max is the 4th seed if, they just click right away and overachieve. But my realistic goal for them is the 6th seed. For the Detroit Lions, I feel like I get overhyped on them a little bit too much every year. And I think that's part of being a Lions fan. My realistic expectation for them is to win anywhere from between 10 to 12 games. It is time for the Detroit Lions to show that Matt Patricia is the right guy. This season is crucial for the Detroit Lions. You have a defensive coach. You got a lot of talent on defense. Right now, both your 2 best players defensively, and Darius Slay and Snacks, are both out for holding out on contracts. Don't know how that's going to play out as the season goes on, but you need those 2. Regardless, the offense has changed entirely. A new offensive coordinator in Bevel, who is going to make this team a run-heavy, run it down your throat, play action, take some shots down the field kind of an offensive coordinator, which I love because Matthew Stafford is not a dink and dunker. He is not an overly accurate quarterback. He's a gunslinger. And that's what the Lions have been missing offensively for the last few years, is those deep shots down the field. And they're not always going to pan out. But that's why Calvin Johnson and Matthew Stafford clicked. Because not only is Calvin Johnson one of the most athletic players of all time, but when you get someone streaking down the field who is, 6'7", whatever he is, and can jump out of the house and you just throw it up there, they clicked. And Stafford did it with Marvin Jones and Galladay a little bit last year. But that's really Stafford's bread and butter, is throwing the ball down the field, and the offensive coordinator is going to take a lot of pressure off of Stafford running the ball however many times a game. So I think both the Lions and the Pistons should make the playoffs this season. But who is going to be the first to win a championship? That may be the hardest question I have asked myself, because everyone's still so far away. The NFL always seems like there's always one surprise team that always goes deep into the playoffs and you don't really expect them to, and then they never come back anytime soon. You know, I think of Atlanta, I think of Carolina, of recent memories that got there and they could have won it, but they never did. I want to say that the Lions have the same possibility, but when you haven't won a game in the playoffs since the 90s, it's kind of hard to put my full faith in them. And not bashing them, they got a lot of work to do. I think the realistic goal is just to win one playoff game this year for the Lions. Now, however, that should carry into a couple more seasons and really, start to build a culture and identity of Detroit Lions football, because there's really not a culture for the Lions. You don't walk into the Lions facility and see banners. All three other teams in Detroit, they have banners of championships, especially the Red Wings. The Red Wings are an insane amount of banners they have. So when you go to a team that doesn't have any, your motivation should be, I want one up there. And I think Patricia's trying to establish that. I think Quinn's trying to establish that. But I gotta see what they can do first. As the Pistons, they are on a similar path to Dwayne Casey's Toronto Raptors. They have a lot of talent right now, and they should be a very good and tough team in the Eastern Conference, but only make it out of the first, maybe the second round of the playoffs. And that's really their ceiling right now. I think as the years go on and they stay that competitive and stay at that pace, once Blake Griffin's contract dies down, whether Reggie Jackson or Andre Drummond come back, I feel like you can trade a player and get the Kawhi Leonard that you're looking for. And you might not win a championship that way, but that's going to be the guy that puts you over the top. I think that's the similar path that the Pistons are on right now. They have enough talent to be good and make the playoffs and be competitive when healthy. And health is the key issue for the Detroit Pistons, because who knows how good this team's going to be when they're on the same page and healthy. The sky's the limit for this team. Everyone's bashing both the Lions and the Pistons. It's time for both these guys to, go to work, man, and show them what's up. Do I think either one of the Pistons or the Lions will win one before the Tigers or the Wings? I don't know. My gut's telling me I have to say the Wings are going to win one first, but I want to say the Pistons. The Pistons got a long way to go. It's a tough question. I really think it's between the Wings or the Detroit Pistons who are going to win one first. And that might not happen until 20 years from now. I don't know. But let me know in the comments, man. Who do you guys want to see win one first? Obviously, I want the Lions to win one since they don't have one. That will make this fan base insane. Just one Super Bowl in my lifetime would mean more. I don't know what it'd mean more than. I don't know where I was going with that. It would mean a lot. So, I don't know. Just a little different video for you guys just to celebrate the 4th of July. Just a fun video. Nothing too serious. There are no wrong answers. So, I just want to see what you guys are feeling. What you guys think. Who's the best team in Detroit right now? Who's got the most brightest future? Who's going to win a championship first? All that stuff. So, leave it down in the comments down below. Instagram, Twitter in the description. Be sure to follow me there. And all the DSA members are in the description as well. So be sure to check and follow all those guys. And I'll see you peeps tomorrow. Peace.